At that time, I can't talk to my mother, I can't talk to my family. I was just only 18. What does an 18-year-old know? So I felt dismally in a way that it was unrepairable. And then you have children and you don't take care of them. By the grace of Jesus, I write my appeal and everything goes well. I was overjoyed. Oh my goodness, I was like, Lord, I see your hand over my life. I see your goodness over my life. Thank you, Jesus. Because what's up, you guys? Welcome or welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Luanda Madonde. If you don't know me, thank you for tuning in. As you guys see by the video, as you guys see by the title, we are really about to go down with my life, and that is very scary. Before anything, I just want to thank every single person who has reached out to me through a DM, through a comment, through an email, people on Facebook, people on TikTok, people on Instagram. I love you guys. You really make my day. I might be strong, I might be really courageous to tell my story online, but it has really been God, honestly, because there is no sane Luyanda who can just pick up the camera and talk about her failures, her journey. It hasn't been like sweet and roses. It's still black and white, and I am trying to figure myself out in the midst of me sharing my journey. So I thank you guys for everything, I really appreciate you, and just for you being here watching my video. I hope you get inspiration, I hope you get motivation, I hope you get whatever you need from this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really warms my heart. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to have a community, yeah, so you're here now, so let's get right straight to the video. So I am 22 years old, about to turn 23 on the 3rd of July. That alone scares me. That alone, I have a heart attack just thinking about it. I did my matric on the year 2020 during COVID, and I passed with distinctions, 3 distinctions: physical sciences, English, Zulu, yeah, during COVID, the year 2020, whereby the world was upside down and we just was so traumatized by the disease, the COVID or whatever. During grade 12, I really did not know anything about technology. I didn't know myself, honestly. I don't think most grade 12 learners know themselves during that time. I remember sitting us in the outside room of my home. I was researching about careers and everything that has to do with the future, because now I'm grown. I need to, pursue my studies and pursue and do something with my life, right? So with the pressure of me wanting to escape from home, you would never come to me and tell me that, Luyanda, take a gap year and discover what you want or whatever. My only hope for getting away from home was for me to study, to pass very well on my matric, and go away and live far away. I can say I needed a break, I needed a breather, I needed to be snatched away from my reality, because I was not even focused on the degree I was applying for, because my only focus, my only wish and hope was for me to get out of my home. Like family issues whereby you are not seated well, like emotionally. It might not be physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and everything is a lot. So I really did need a break to just get away from the society that I know of, get away from the world and the reality that I've grown to just discover myself a little bit more without any other people's opinion. Hence, I chose Joburg. I was accepted at University of Witwatersrand for biological sciences, of which I had thought that if I had passed well biology or physical sciences or mathematics, then there was nothing that's going to stop me. I had not done thorough check on the research or anything like that. I just saw a name saying biological sciences. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm going to WITS. Oh, okay. So that was a very big mistake I have done. So 2021, the Queen was enrolled at WITS for biological sciences. Everything was well, everything was online, so it was pretty much well. I was still dealing with the transition from being in Durban, from being in KZN to being in Gauteng. It was my first time, actually. It was a lot. Financial difficulties. Okay. Yo, a bit. My first year experience was really not that hard, because it was COVID and we were learning online. Everything was a little bit easy, so I had not seen that degree was not for me, because the Queen was getting distinction without even studying, because it was online. We were copying, we had groups assignments, so it was not that hard. I wanted to see, people were saying that is hard, but it was really not hard. It was a bit hard, but like not too much, like the pressure of studying. Pela, I come from a high school and I was an A student. I would literally stand in front of the class and teach. Like I was smart like that, so I still had that stigma, I still had that, pride of Uzi. I am smart and I do what I gotta do. So when I got in my first year and I was getting distinctions, because honestly I was with a group members that knew their business, hence I was passing and doing everything. 2022 I get into second year. That was when the transition happened, whereby we had to attend contact classes now. No online, no nothing. With that transition, it came with a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of thoughts, deep thought, I tell you. I can say that was literally the first moment in my life whereby I was like, okay, wait, what am I doing here? But a thought of me dropping out, a thought of me changing degrees never really came through for me. It never really clicked my mind or my brain. I don't want to lie. So I continued with the degree just because I have to continue with the degree. Even though I'm really seeing my mental health deteriorating every single time. It got worse. My mental health got worse. I felt like you don't go get manja because like what is happening? It was really hard on me. Like it was so hard. At that time, I can't talk to my mother. I can't talk to my family. I can't talk to anyone. I had no friends at that time. It was just a scary phase of my life. Mind you, I was just only 18. What does an 18-year-old know? I'm so young. Oh my goodness, Lord. That ended up with me failing my first semester and my second semester. So I felt dismally in a way that it was unrepairable. That was when vets decided to just kick me out. But I was given an opportunity to appeal. So when University of Witwatersrand kicked me out, NSS kicked me out as well. So I was like, my goodness, what do I have to do with this? How does an 18-year-old navigate all of this? The fact that I had no background support from family, and I can say it is my fault, but I've never been given a space to talk as a child. So I had always grown to be the strongest one, to being the eldest daughter, because my family know me as a person who is intelligent, who passes, who does everything. Even with the results, I never show the results unless I do. They never ask for results because they know very who to Luanda, who passile and stuff. So I held that position to heart because now I'm failing. I don't know what to do. I'm not meeting their expectations. I'm not meeting my expectations. It was really a hard journey to look at myself deteriorating every single time because I was like, what has happened to me? What has happened? Like, I was just an A student. I knew what I wanted. And now I'm in this phase of my life whereby I don't know. I've passed well. I've been admitted to the best university. I'm supposed to have everything figured out. I'm supposed to be happy. Well, I'm supposed to be joyful and appreciative, but every single time I question my existence. I guess so. I fail, and then they give me an opportunity to appeal, right? I did not even know the word exclusion, academic exclusion. I didn't know any of that. So I had to search it up privately without anyone seeing me. So I had to pretend that I was okay. I had to pretend to have a smile on my face to be well because I'm doing this alone, like no one knows. So I was just in a box of transitioning emotions. When I'm alone, I'm an 18-year-old girl who is lost, who's suffering, who has a deteriorating mental health, who is really depressed, anxious, and confused by her future, really stressed. Stressed the heck out. But when I'm with my family, when I'm with people, I'm that girl who is clever, who knows what she got, who's strong, who's courageous, who literally was accepted at uni and is doing very well. And also with the fact that I was literally the first person to be enrolled at uni, that was really magic. What you call this Zulu? That was it. That was it. I was so done. So-ke yimi 2 a.m. with i-Vodafone yami, with idatha lasebusuku. I'm getting on Facebook groups. I'm asking anonymously because I don't want anyone to know. I am asking people like, what is academic exclusion? Can you guys help me? Like some people do, some people don't reply. My brain is just all over the place. Continue. I keep pushing. I pray. I remember I was seated on my granny's bed. I took my journal and I wrote, Lord, you know what? I failed. I was not attending classes. I was lost. I was confused. I was failing. It is all my fault. I take full responsibility of everything. But right now, I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm miserable. I want to die. And I don't want to die because I know there's so much better for me out there. I can't give up on myself right now. Lord, I need you. That was my prayer. I was like, you know what? I am going to do whatever I have. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to write this appeal with the knowledge I have and with the help I can get as I am seeking more people to help me. But Lord, I need you to just help me with my mental health, help me with my mind, because I was starting to have really negative thoughts, really, because everything starts from the brain. I write my appeal 2 a.m. in the morning. I think we're given a week to write an appeal. People are having a nice time. People are enjoying their holidays, their Christmas, and I'm just stressed out about my life and what am I going to do. My only hope was to get away from home, and now the hope that I have been given is stripped away from me. And also, it is so funny because I was more concerned about me coming back home than me not having a degree or not having school. It is just so crazy. When I'm old, when I have children, I'm gonna make sure that I take care of my children and I plan my children, because you know what? Black people stop having children when you don't have anything planned. And then you have children and you don't take care of them. Crazy. So by the grace of Jesus, I write my appeal and everything goes well. I get an email January and the institution admits me back at uni, and I was just so happy. I was overjoyed. Oh my goodness. I was like, Lord, I see your hand over my life. I see your goodness over my life. Thank you, Jesus, because what? And also, if it is so much crazy, because when you are appealing, you are supposed to state the reasons why you are appealing. One of the reasons can be the death of a family member, can be you being sick, can be you being sick 3 to 6 months, or it can be a crime. You have to submit a case number in affidavit confirming that you faced crime, you went to the police station. And it is so crazy because I never faced any of that. So that was the issue I had. And when I had a conversation with Jesus, because he was the only person I could talk to, I was like, God, what am I gonna use? What am I gonna use if I don't have evidence? I had no evidence. I had zero evidence. I was just not passing well. I hated the degree I was doing, and I was failing. Hence, I ended up not attending classes. I ended up skipping labs because everything was just all over the place. So God gave me an idea, honestly, and I used that idea of KZN floods at that time. So I sent pictures of my home flooded, and I sent screenshots I had sent to my TA, telling her that I'm struggling with the practicals. I just don't know what is going on. So all of that proof that I had contributed to my appeal being successful. So now, 2023, I am back to uni. Well, most people have asked me about registration. I did not pay any registration. It is just the hand of the Lord, honestly. I don't know any of these things, like open your and pet it. Always God. It can always be Jesus. I was able to register at school without paying any money, I guess because I didn't owe any money. I don't know. The only issue right now was for me to get accommodation. Mind you, my family knows that everything with me is well. I'm going to be doing my third year, but the queen is going to be repeating the second year. You know, impilo inzima angaze ngibone into nje uzahara wathi mthwalo uyangisinda. I am just only 18. Well, I don't know yazi ukuthi why all the time ngiphikela nge-age. I'm like, I'm only 22. I'm 22 right now. And if anything goes wrong, I'm like, why is this happening to me? I am only 22. Why do I do that anyway? I don't know, man. Like, it's like we're not supposed to be struggling like this. We are not supposed to be basal. But yeah, only prayer I would pray to Jesus was like, God, now that my appeal has been accepted at uni, that means you have a place for me. I don't have no money. I don't have no relatives equally. I don't have nothing. God, I only have you. Just sort me out. So since NSFAS literally kicked me out as well, since I had failed more than 50% of my modules. So I had to appeal. But then you guys know the system here in NSFAS Utinjan, it is very slow and everything. Most of my accommodation, most of my res would not take on a student who are appealing for NSFAS. You had to go there and show your status yeah, NSFAS, it says approved, it says eligible or whatever, whatever, whatever. And mine was like waiting for appeal. So they would not take students who are in that note. But I went back to Jesus. I was like, God, this is what they're saying. One thing about Jesus, he is going to strip you away of people, because I had no one to talk to. So I had no choice but to talk to him. So literally, I went back to him with every single thing that was happening in my life. This rest still had rooms available whereby a person can come and view the room, and but I was like, Jesus, I don't have like my they want the status to say approved, be approved, and mine is not showing that. So I get into this link, and then I text the guy who was the admin of the group, and then he tells me, and I tell him, Guti, this is my status for NSFAS, and I'm still waiting for my appeal to be approved. Can I come? I need a room. The school is opening. And the guy says you can come, but if your appeal changes to be rejected, you are going to be kicked out. I was like, okay, fine, And he tells me what's I'm a Romaya, so that means I had to literally move. I had packed already with my act of faith. I had packed already, so I was like, you know what? Let me go. Let me leave to Joburg. So I get into the bus and arrived there around 7. When I got there, the guy who I was talking to is not assisting me now. It's another person. And this person is really thoroughly checking the NSPOS statuses. I was like, okay. I don't know, guys. Like, I am a very anxious person. I overthink so many things. I have so much emotions. Hence, I journal and journal and journal. I don't know. Like, I just spiral all over the place. I was like, you know what, Jesus, I don't want to be strong. I don't want to be your strong soldier right now. Then it becomes my turn. I get a sit. I talk to this guy. He asked me my name. He asked me to fill in. He asked to do my sign. The guy is not asking me his status. I'm like, whoa, what? Are you really gonna do that? Because I just was like, you know what? I will not say what I'm not asked. Ngabona sesukuma-ke, and then he was like, let us go, let us get you to show your room. Oh, I was like, moyo igcwala. Ngayibona i-future yami isiba bright kancane. Ngayibona i-future yami isiba bright kancane, because it hasn't been bright for the longest time, because the queen has been in darkness for real. And then we get there, we choose the room and stuff. So by the grace of Jesus, I was able to get a room, to be admitted, a race as well, without any deposits, without paying or whatever. So fast forward, yeah, I'm still waiting for NSFAS to find me to do all of the things. So when I had appealed for NSFAS, I was not sick, I was not dead, no one died, I'm alive. I was just all over the place. What am I going to use for NSFAS? So okay, I used the sick notes, yeah, that I had, obviously, because in the 70 I wrote a motivational letter that goes with it, the probability letter that goes with it as well. So I submitted my appeal. So January, February, March, April, May, I am waiting for NSFAS to reply to me, to get back to me. NSFAS is slow. NSFAS system is checking. My status is still on the same place. And people around me now are getting their NSFASs and everything, but mine is still stuck. And now Irezi is keep abantu manje. Like it's a, and I'm like, wow, do I really have to fight for the education that I don't want? Do I really have to fight for a degree that is really damaging my lungs? Just me breathing early in the morning, attending classes, I feel like ngifa. I feel like in Jaffa, I was really having a moment of reflecting about my life, about my decision, and about my being. I was so in because, like, why am I struggling so much? It was so hard. It was so hard. At this time, it's 2023, barely, and I'm repeating my second year. Just around April, I had given up. I don't want to lie. Around April, I had given up. At this time, I've been praying, I've been fasting, I've been really seeking Jesus for my future, for my career, asking him, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do career wise? What do I enjoy? Doing deep reflection about myself, because I know what doing a wrong cause, a wrong degree can do to your mental health, to your being, emotionally, spiritually, in every form, in every phase. Just asking me, I know it does not get better. No, you can't push through. No, you can't work hard. No, you cannot. It just pulls you back. It just brings you down every single time, every single moment. I have tried to work on myself. I've tried to attend class. I've tried to, I've tried so many things, but I just did not belong there. February, March, uyadlula, April, May, June, July, August, September, uyadlula. I am not receiving anything from NSFAS. And areas angakaxoshwa, abantu sebexoshiwe abanye. I was like, God, at this point, I'm not getting any allowance. I'm not getting any allowance. Mind you, at home they don't know. So they know ukuthi mina I'm getting money, but I did tell them ukuthi I'm having issues with NSFAS and I'm not getting any allowance, but they never believed in me, even though they did send me Leo Malengane, but it was not most of the time because they never believed in me. And you would not believe it too, because like you had been getting NSFAS for this long, and now what is the problem? So I really do not blame them. My uncle would send me money if Naibejile, may his soul rest in peace. So I was like, girl, there is no way. Like, I'm not working, I'm struggling here. But by the grace of Jesus, I've never slept with an empty stomach, and I really, really used ECCDU, yes, I did. Like, it was me every day, lunch. Every day I would get a lunch from school. I would wait for Ulaini Lomu. There was a vet, SCC, a WCCO, I mean, WCCO. I would go there and wait. At WCCO, I would go there and wait for lunch about 200 every single day with my best friend. And we would get my food parcels for the month, so that would really help me out. And if I ask in Malakaya, I would buy my cosmetics. And as I was praying, God would send people to send me money without even asking. So I was able to leave, even though it was so difficult. It was really difficult, really, really, really difficult. The 10th of October, and NSFAS replies to me. I check my status. Mind you, I've been praying and fasting for my NSFAS Utulungi and stuff, because God, why am I here? If you had not given me allowance, God, like, wait, I'm confused. Like, help me out. I checked my NSFAS status on 10 October, give a pillage, and people were planning even with me. It was not even in my reality. It was not even in my mind. I was never really attached to that money, because things were not looking well with me with the evidence I had submitted. So I checked my status on 10 October, and guess what? NSFAS rejected me. They said it was demographic information or whatever. Boy, I don't know. The queen now is starting to be devastated. The queen is starting to be devastated. Literally. I was like, whoa, guys. I just don't know. I feel like I am growing, really. And I'm just imagining, like, people who are older, people who have children, and those children have children. And, like, I'm just reflecting and wondering how old people navigate life. No one has ever told me how to navigate life. No one has given me advice. No one has really sat me down to just say, Luanda, this will happen when you are this age, and when you're having issues like this is what you're supposed to do. No one have really sat me down like that. Trust no one. I am just only living life through my life lessons, through my experience, and through what I saw on social media and people around me. So, okay, anyway, it was October, and NSFAS has rejected me, and now we are being called areas to pay for the money, because now NSFAS has rejected us. That means NSFAS cannot pay for the accommodation, and now we are being transferred from NSFAS funded students to being self-funded students. I was like, hey, bo, but where are we gonna get the money? We really struggle to get money to eat, struggle to get money to buy cosmetics and everything, and how y'all expect us to get money for your accommodation, or 50K accommodation? Are you for real? At that time I had really been so stressed out that any person who mentioned school, who mentioned university, I would literally get goosebumps of I would be triggered. Anyone who was asking me about school, I would literally like make a face, because You are not going to ask me for school. Do you know how I struggled? Do you know how hard it was for me? And now you are just expecting me to pass. You're expecting to see my results. You are just Jesus. I would get done with my exams. And now areas abasafoni go skip because we need to pay. And now sekuyohlangana umhla ka-30 manje and abafuna ukuskip. Abantu sebehambile rezi, people have went back home and ithina manje esikweleta i-res engafuni ukuhamba. So I escaped from i-res, and if you guys want a story time about that, I would do it. You know, I have it on TikTok though, but I could do like a thoroughly whatever. So I escaped from irezi ebusuku ngahambisa impahla zami ngayikhipha through my roommates because like I second indlela kumele ngihambe because like they want me to pay and I don't have imali, so I had to escape like ngizothini, you know. I get home by November and then December abuya ama-results already belangisanandaba. You know, like I was give up ngesikole. You guys don't know. I had given up about school. I had given up on school. I was literally deteriorating. It was either school or me. It was either school or I die, literally. And I chose myself. I was like, you know what? Let me just take a break from this. This is really not good for me. This degree that I'm doing is really not good for me. Every single time I am crying, I'm having breakdowns. I am questioning my worth. I'm questioning my identity. So this needs to stop a little bit. Let me pick up the queen. Let me pick up her and see what, okay? How much damage are we going with? How much damage are we going with? We need to fix her so that she will be able to make better decisions in the future so that they could meet, you know, and do something and do something that is progressing, you know, because every single decision I would take while I was still down bad, it was all deteriorating. It was all taking 500 steps back all the time. Where my results December and then so I was academically excluded again, like with no opportunity of appealing, with no anything, because when they had brought me back, when they had readmitted me back, they had readmitted me back with conditions that I have to pass everything. Even if I fail one module, they are going to kick me out, of which I did not pass everything. Hence they rejected me the second time. That is how my story was. So Yemilo, I packed my bags from Egoli and I go back to KZN and I go back to Joburg with no degree. I went Egoli for 3 whole years, 2021, 2022, 2023, with hope of me coming back with a degree, with hope of me, you know, like having a changed life, you know, because the queen wanted to be educated, right? So I come back with a struggling mental health, wanting to die, and really lost and miserable. I come back home. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm a failure. I'm ashamed. I'm guilty. I don't even know what to do with myself. I hate myself. I blame myself for everything. That was really a rock bottom ever in my life. That was the biggest failure of my life. I fight it and I fight it and I fight it. I fight it and I fight it and I fight it, but everything seemed to just go down the drain every single time. So 2024, I did a gap year. At the time, I didn't want anything to do with anything. I was focusing on myself and God. I was going to the gym. I was reading more books. I was at home, you know, and then I started a business of which I'm a tutor. I'm still doing that business even now. So yeah, that is how I actually manage my mental health. I would wake up early and, you know, go for walks, you know, sit in the sun and just do mindless things that are really beneficial when it comes to mental health and taking care of yourself and, you know, finding yourself again. I would read my old journals, you know, and see what I liked and see who I wanted to be when I was young, because now I was just so lost. I didn't know myself. I had to find me. I had to focus on me. I had a quote that says, if you don't know what to pursue yourself. So I started pursuing myself, working on myself, investing on myself. And at this day, I know what I want. It's just that what I want is so much different from the path that I know of from the eyes of the society. It is so different. It scares me. My dream scares me to death. Every single time when I think of them, I lose my mind. And that is how it's supposed to be. If your dreams don't shock you, that means they are not big enough. So I'm just embarking on this journey to finding myself again, to find my dream career, to find the things that I enjoy. With my life lessons and my experiences, I am taking you guys on this journey because it is a roller coaster, and I would really love to document every single thing, every single emotion, every single moment, because I know that we are just getting started. I know that we are going to be the biggest thing in the world. We are going to be the biggest thing in the world. I bought a ring. Do you like it? I bought a ring. I liked it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this deserves Luana Madonna." And I'm like, "Period. Everything Luana Madonna wants, she gets." I've been through a lot, and I'm going to love myself. I'm going to show up for myself in ways I never thought I can, because the queen is tired of really playing small. So yeah, that is my journey, you guys. I will still do more sit down videos. Sorry if this video was all over the place. It's just that the queen, as I said, has a lot of emotions, so bear with me on that. So thank you guys for watching. Just for you to just watch from the start to the end, I love you. I appreciate you so much. You warm my heart. I need you guys to comment down below your story. I would really love to hear what has been your academic journey, because every single person who is a student at university, they have their story to tell. We all have a story to tell. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because the queen is here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. I will see you guys into the next video. With my ring. Yeah, period.